career high. Martin. McCain.
In a rookie class that has been piss poor to start the year, I can only think of a couple outliers of players that make this class even worth talking about. You got Dalton Connect in LA. You had Ryan Dunn for the Suns, who had a great start to the year, but since then has had a little bit of a decline. Hell, you even have Zach Edey from Memphis. But somebody that no one expected to do well this fast has been Jared McCain. Wait, you mean the same Jared McCain that was great at Duke, one of the most prestigious colleges in all of college basketball? I mean, this is the same guy who was on the all-freshman team in college. And sure, he fell down to number 16, being a mid first round pick, which could have been either A, because he was a little bit too young, the man is only 20 years old, but also maybe had to do with the fact that he paints his fingernails and does TikToks, because apparently that's an issue now. The fact of the matter is, nobody should be surprised that Jared McCain is doing well. Now, this fast, this well in his rookie year, within like 15 games of the season, yeah, I don't think a lot of people were expecting him to develop this quickly. Now, it's no surprise to anybody that Jared McCain to start off the year was coming off the bench. I mean, that's what most rookies that are drafted around that range are going to be doing. But unfortunately for Philadelphia, they've dealt with a lot of injuries to start the year. I mean, it's probably the reason why they're the worst team in the Eastern Conference right now, and they've only won 3 games. But of course, when countless injuries happen, you have to call an audible. So in a season that has been terrible to start, why don't you have your first round rookie play, get some valuable minutes and some valuable experience? Remember, earlier I said he was only 20 years old. Logistically, this man should still be in college right now, but give him some NBA experience, give him a little bit of time to develop so when the team is finally healthy, he can play valuable minutes. Well, I fear that this man Jared McCain has already reached that level, because so far this season, he's only started in 4 games. And in those 4 games he started, he's averaging almost 27 points per game, about 5 assists, is making about 5 threes per game, and having shooting splits of 51, 48, and 94%, while doing this with a 67.1 true shooting percentage. Ladies and gentlemen, this does not look like the stats of a rookie. These are the stats of an all-star. These are the stats of somebody that's already been in the league for quite some time. And I get it, it's only been 4 games. That's a small sample size. And yes, on the entire season, he's only averaging about 16 points per game, which for the class he's in, I'd say still leads him as the best. In fact, like the intro showed you, this man thinks he's rookie of the year.
Now, a camera may or may not have saw you mouthing, "I'm the rookie of the year." Is that something that you might have said out there tonight, Jared?
Of course. I mean, I set goals every single time, every single new season I have.
Now, my question to you is this really that crazy to think? When it comes to statistics, obviously Jared McCain has the edge, but actually look at him as a player. So far, he is shown to be one of the best shooters in all of basketball right now. And again, I have to keep reiterating this. It may be a small sample size, but he has a great form. Not to mention, he's always been a great shooter. His ball control and ability to be smart with the basketball is way better compared to every other rookie in this class. If I had to describe his play, he just plays a lot more mature than his age. What he is a 20-year-old that is playing some of the best basketball we've seen so far this season, and yet gets so much hate for the dumbest of reasons. And you know what? I wasn't gonna make a Jared McCain video and not talk about the hate this man has got so far. According to NBA Twitter, this man Jared McCain is a cornball because he posts on YouTube, he paints his fingernails, and he makes TikToks. Which, number one, it's not uncommon for NBA players to have YouTube channels. I mean, shit, at least he's not dropping a shitty podcast while playing like ass. And yes, I am talking to you, PG 13%.
Pandemic P, paramedic P, way off P, definitely not making the playoffs P.
I could go on, but I don't want this video to be an hour long. But if you guys want a more realistic comparison, nobody had a problem when Matisse Thybulle was making YouTube videos in the bubble. Hell, people thought it was the coolest thing in the world. Oh, and the Sixers, by the way, in the playoffs would do absolutely terrible. It was another generational choke job by this team, which for Philadelphia sports is not that uncommon. I see absolutely no difference between these two doing a YouTube channel. Like, he's 20 years old. Hell, I'm 20 years old. If I was in the NBA, I'd be doing the exact same thing right now. Motherfucker, I'm doing doing that thing right now. The only difference is I'm not good at basketball. Well, I'm probably good enough to beat most of the YouTubers on this platform, but in a general standpoint, I'm not that good. Oh, and speaking of social media, people also have a problem with Jared McCain making stupid fucking TikToks. Who gives a shit? It takes nothing for him to do them. Again, I have to reiterate this. He's a 20-year-old, and like most 20-year-olds, he's making a TikTok. Who gives a shit? It doesn't change how he plays the game of basketball. And that's the exact same way I feel about this man wearing nail polish, which I get it. Wearing nail polish as a man isn't exactly the most alpha male, testosterone level, fucking giga chad, big monster man, macho man, Randy Savage type of thing. But y'all be calling Kelly Oubre the sexiest man in the NBA. Well, this is the same person that's worn nail polish before. Dwayne Wade, he is one of the coldest motherfuckers in the world. But wait, he wears nail polish. Oh no, he's less of a man now. Dude, who fucking cares? Like, you're not gonna see it on the court. Who fucking cares? It means nothing. But of course, when there's a young guy having fun and he's doing well, you gotta hate on the man. If you guys are enjoying the video so far, make sure you guys leave a like on the video and subscribe to the channel if you're new. We're trying to hit 25,000 subscribers by the end of the year, and you guys have been crushing it, to say the least. If you guys enjoy raw, unfiltered NBA content, then this is the exact place you're gonna want to be. And we're also not like ESPN, where we talk about like the same topics over and over again. No, I like to talk about a lot of different things, and honestly, I'm trying to change the game. So if this is the type of content you think you might enjoy, then subscribe to the channel. And if you end up not liking the content, then you can unsubscribe anytime. I'm gonna be completely understanding of it. But yeah, I don't want to waste you guys' time. I don't want to drag this on anymore. Let's just hop right back into the video. What's actually funny about this is ever since McCain has started to do well, the hate for him has actually started to quiet down a little bit. But of course, knowing NBA Twitter, knowing the toxic side of the NBA community, they're going to find anything they can to hate on somebody, even if it is someone that is clearly the rookie of the year. Now listen, I've gotten adjusted to my comment section. I've been on YouTube ever since I was 6 years old. I know there's gonna be at least 3 people saying, Spex, this is cool and all, but the 76ers are still falling apart. Now granted, they got a win last night versus the Brooklyn Nets. Now, do I expect this to start the revolution of the 76ers going back to the top of the East, where they're gonna go on like a 5, 10, maybe even 15 game winning streak? Hell no. Joel Embiid did not play tonight. Paul George, to no one's surprise, also did not play tonight. In fact, the only 2 players that stepped up tonight were Tyrese Maxey and Jared McCain. Maybe we live in a world where in the near future, we have to build off these 2 players and not Joel Embiid and Paul George. Most casuals would have told you that Maxey was the 3rd option and that Jared McCain down the line could have been a great 4th option. But I think the roles are reversed. I expect the Philadelphia 76ers to be just a little bit better because of these 2. And I know there's this rule that I've made before where I try not to make too many assumptions to start the season. But over the past couple years, I've been consistent. Once we get to game 20, I feel like that's where we can make proper assessments. And ladies and gentlemen, we are almost at the 20th game of the season. In about a week, we're gonna be at that exact point. And if Jared McCain continues to do well, this Rookie of the Year campaign will make a lot more sense than you might think.